Hey there Pokemon fans, Readers here with another deck review video. In this video I'm going to deck review the X and Y Fates Collide Sky Guardian theme deck. So this deck was a kind donation from Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Shot. Definitely check out the link in the description below for his channel. He helps my channel a lot from time to time. He really supports me with code cards and stuff. And also the Battle Ruler was from Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Shot as well. So now I'm going to deck review this as fast as possible because I don't think that it worth a lot of time. In my opinion, it is better than the Battle Ruler, but not good in general. It's not bad, it's not terrible, but it's not good. The problem, and I repeat myself, and I know if you know me, if you've got my previous videos, you probably know that I repeat myself a lot in this point, but in my opinion, no deck, no theme deck is better than the X and Y basic blue, red and green. So, that's, in my opinion, we have no reason to purchase the decks from the store, in my opinion, okay? They are not powerful. If the Pokemon Company removes the X and Y basic decks, then they will have some value, but now they don't. But anyways, I try to play at least 10 games for each deck before reviewing it, and trust me, I did play more than 10 games, but for some reason, which I don't know, the Pokemon, the client does not count few games. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it doesn't count the concede as a game. I don't know, seriously, I don't know. So I'm going to not waste any more time. Let's see if I can expand it. I cloned it. Let's delete it. I don't want a clone of this deck. So let's go like that. Looks like we cannot expand it in any other way. And let's start from the beginning. We have two Kangaskhan, which is an uncommon card with 120 HP. That's a lot of HP for an uncommon card. The weakness to fighting is okay, it's bad. I know the Dark Hammer deck is out there and it is a powerhouse. I know, but it's not so crazy bad. It's one of the best cards in my opinion for this deck. Even though it's an uncommon, Tiny Pants deals 40 damage with 2 energy, and that's funny, because 40 damage is quite a lot, and Tiny Pants is the name for a 40 damage attack. If it was 10 damage, I would get it, but anyways, I think that Tiny Pants is dealt by this guy, this little guy right here, and Mega Pants is dealt by the Kangaskhan itself. And Mega Punch is a 4 energy attack which deals 100 damage, and I don't claim that this is the best attack, it's good or something, but the fact that it is a huge threat, 100 damage is a lot, and it is a huge threat. It can knock out a lot of basic and almost every single stage 2 Pokemon. So, yeah. I believe it's a good one. Plus, it does a good combo with Delphox. We're gonna see it after later. We have a Moltres, which, in my opinion, this is an awesome Moltres artwork. Yeah, I know it's very simple, it's very old school, but that's why I like it. It's awesome, in my opinion. It is like a kid painted that, and maybe Wama, I don't know. Maybe he or she is a kid. But I don't know. Resistance to fighting, that's good. Weakness to water is expected. It's a fire type, of course. That's extremely acceptable. And it has 120 HP, which is okay for a rare. It's very common. With 1 energy, 20 damage, which is really? That's way too little. And with 4 energy, which is way too much, it gets to deal 80 damage plus 40 more if you like, by doing 20 damage to itself. So it deals 120 damage and 20 damage to itself with 4 energy. That's a lot. That's not a good card. It's a threat, of course it's a threat, and I get it. It can knock out Pokemon. Yes, I agree. It's huge, it's awesome, it's legendary, but it's not good. It's not good. How many Kotonis? 2? 2 Kotonis, 10 damage with 1 energy, evolving into a Whismur with 90 HP, and this is nice, I like that. It gets to deal 40 damage and move 1 energy from your Pokemon, from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. It's an uncommon, it's low HP, and it makes sure The problem is that the fairy is sort of a problem, but make sure that it's gonna deal the 40 damage and then secure the energy. So you may move the energy to your Kangaskhan, maybe to your Moltres, maybe to your Delphox we're gonna see later, or maybe to your Lugias, and just deal damage and secure the energy. That's very, very nice. I like this strategy. We have 3 Meowths, which are almost useless in this. Okay, 70 HP, common card, Turmoil Strike. This 2 energy. That's a lot. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. The good thing is that you can snipe the bench and knock out a Pokemon that went there to relax and secure itself, not to get knocked out. That's good. It can win games? Sure it can. But does it worth 3 spots in this deck? In my opinion, no. We have 2 Jigglypuff, 70 HP, pound 10 damage and roll out 20 damage. Pretty simple. Evolving into 2 Wigglytuffs, 100 HP, which is okay. Expand deals 30 damage and you prevent the next 30 damage that you're gonna take. And double slap with 3 energy, 60 damage. Flip 2 coins and deal 60 damage for each heads. That's pure luck. I don't like coin flips in such a way, so I would not rely on it. But if I have to, I will try my luck. Now we have a Snorlax, and that's a rare card. 140 HP, that's a lot for a basic Pokemon. Toss and turn. As you can see, that's exactly what he is doing. He is terrorizing people by rolling, and the artwork is awesome. And it deals 30 damage plus. This attack can be used even if this Pokemon is asleep. If it is, this attack does 90 more damage, but there is no card that will put it asleep in this deck, so it's quite rare to get asleep. Your opponent will never try to get it asleep, so what's the point here? It would be nice with Hypnotoxic Laser, for example, but I don't know. So 30 damage, that's a 3 energy 30 damage attack. That's terrible. And with 4 energy, deals 50 damage and heals from itself the amount of damage dealt to your opponent's active Pokemon. And that would be good if it had any chance to deal weakness damage, double damage with weakness, but it doesn't. No Pokemon is weak to colorless, so it's gonna deal. And there is no Muscle Band or stuff in this deck, so it's gonna deal 30. It's gonna deal 50 damage and heal 50 in the best case scenario. If your opponent has any way to resist damage, for example a Hard Charm or a Lugia or I don't know, whatever, it's gonna deal less. It's gonna heal less. It's not a good card. Let's move on. We have 3 Whismur, nothing impressive, and goes on to it may be quite impressive if you have more round Pokemon in your bench. It's gonna deal 10 damage times the round attacks in your in the game number of your Pokemon that have the round attack, so it's gonna deal a maximum of 30 damage. If you fill your bench with Whismurs, you don't want to do that. Evolves into Loudred, a 90 HP uncommon card with 1 energy 10 damage. That sucks. And with 3 energy 40 damage plus. Flip a coin. If heads, you're gonna get 40 more damage. That's not good. Have 2 Snowball. As you can see, we already passed a lot of crappy Pokemon, which are fillers, as I like to say, and do nothing but disappoint you when you want to top deck a good card and you draw them. That's terrible. That's how I judge the deck. If it has crazy, extremely bad cards, I get sick by the deck. So Rukus deals 50 damage, and if Tails, it deals nothing. So it's a stubborn dog which sits under the table after doing damage, after breaking a vase or something. He sits down and he says, okay, I may deal damage, I may not, depending on how I feel. Whatever, not a good card. Now let's go for the good cards. The remaining cards are quite good, not the best, but quite good. So Lugia, 120 HP and Pressure. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, any damage done by attacks from your opponent's active Pokemon is reduced by 20. Okay. So this protects your bench as well, which is okay, that's nice. And with 3 energy, intensifying burn, 60 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, this attack does 60 more damage. In the theme deck category, it's never gonna be a Pokemon EX. If they start putting Pokemon EX in theme decks, we are gonna celebrate it, and many cards are going to get value, but I think that they're never gonna do that. I think that they are never gonna do that. But anyways, it's an okay. It's not powerful enough. Come on, 3 energy for 60 damage. That's not powerful. That's not powerful. And we have 2 of these cards. And to finish off, we have 3 Fennekin. Let's take a look at this Tail Whip, which says flip a coin if heads, the defending Pokemon can't attack during your opponent's next turn, which is interesting. And we have 2 Brazen, 80 HP, that's bad, but Destructive Flame, 20 damage, flip a coin if heads, discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon, so you may go from not making him unable to attack into preventing some damage by removing 1 energy into complete domination with this Delphox, which in the normal form it's a holo rare, and it is not a holo rare in this deck. So if you want the non-holo rare, you have to purchase the deck. That's the only way that you can get it. It has 140 HP, a very common HP for the Delphox. With 1 energy, Flickering Flames, 40 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep, which is good. And with 3 energy, Psystorm, this is awesome, my friends. 20 damage times this attack damage. This attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to all Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's. Now the only terrible thing is the weakness to water, but it is way too more than expected. I did expect that. So, in my opinion, this card is playable in the standard format as well. That's what I believe, and it's gonna be an awesome combo between this card, this Delphox, and that Delphox. Okay, this Delphox right there. There's gonna be an awesome combo in the standard format with those 2 Delphoxes and the Delphox Break, which you cannot see right now, but there is a Delphox, or you can. There is the Delphox Break. There it is. Delphox Break, which lets you fetch fire type energy from your deck, and this Delphox just for every fire type energy is way better, and this Delphox for every energy is way better, and it goes on and on. So I predict a value for this Delphox in the standard format, maybe not only in the standard format, maybe in the expanded, the legacy, I don't know, but it has value in my opinion. And now, if you are thinking about purchasing that deck, in my opinion, it's only worth it for this Delphox, and only this Delphox, in my opinion. Let's go for the trainers really fast, and we have 2 Professor's Letter to find our energy. We need a lot of energy, so Professor's Letter is a good card in this deck. Ultra Ball is awesome since we need to find our Delphox, obviously. This is a nice fairy drop. It says heal 50 damage from one of your Pokemon that has a fairy type energy attached to it. That's nice. That's a nice Pokemon Center Ladies card. 2 Tiernos to draw cards. That's good. Wally is nice for your Delphox. So that's only when... That's the only Pokemon that really worths evolving. So yeah. Sona is nice for getting out of very bad situations. Pokemon Center Lady is always nice. Pokemon Fan Club is a good way to bring out your Moltres, maybe a Lugia, maybe your Fennekin, or whatever. And Energy Pouch is an interesting card. In the beginning I didn't really like it, but now I do. If the Pokemon card this card is attached to is knocked out by damage, put all basic energy attached to this Pokemon to your hand. And this is a good card in this deck because, as you can see, most of the cards require a lot of energy, so you definitely want to get them back just in case that you screw up or you sacrifice a Pokemon. You need to get back the energy. And we have 10 fire type energy and 8 fairy type energy, and that's it. That's the deck, my friends. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Now I want you to tell me in the comments below what's your opinion about this deck. Are you going to purchase it? I think that you shouldn't. I think that it doesn't really worth it. Purchase it only if you need this Delphox or any of those trainers. I know few of you guys are just starting out and you don't have the basic trainers. You know, Tierno is a very basic trainer. Pokemon Center Lady, Sona is a very, very basic trainer. Many decks run Sona, many standard decks run Sona, Pokemon Fan Club as well. And Professor's Letter, of course, Ultra Balls, key cards in many decks. So, oops, excuse me. So, you may need those cards, of course, but there are way better decks to purchase and get those cards. But anyways, tell me in the comments below if you like this deck, if you're going to purchase it or not, if you like this deck review video, and I'm gonna see you in the playlist video, which is gonna be tomorrow. Until then, take good care of yourself, don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'm gonna see you. Bye my friends, take care.